Is Meghan Markle cutting back on her staff because she's losing money on her brand as ever? Hey up everyone, it's me, Stef The Alter Nerd, your nerdy alternative, and welcome to the Dose the Daily Nerd, where I break down the royal news and gossip of the day that's pretty much caught me eye. And oh my goodness, yeah, let's jump into this madness, shall we? Because is Megxie and Hazza cutting back on their staff because Megxie is losing money on her brand as ever? Well, let me lay down a little bit of the foundation here, because if you remember last month, this headline made the rounds. Meghan and Harry part company with 6 more staff after hiring firm behind Duchess's infamous twerking video to boost their profile. So it seems like Team Sussex were trying to make a spin on it, right? In the sense of, oh my goodness, yes, we've lost 6 members of staff, but don't worry, we've hired a PR firm instead. Yeah, well, not all is as it seems, you guys, because yes, page 6 is now confirming what we all suspected at the end of the day, that Hazza and Megxie are cutting staff because they're losing money and they're not getting any new deals to actually take the place of the old ones that they've lost. So going through this article just a little bit, page 6 have been told that Hazza and Megxie have cut ties with their staff as they're focusing on saving cash. They're told now that the tally of staff the couple have lost or let go since Megxit back in 2020 is now up to a whopping 25 people, with some departures at the moment even not publicised. So even more have left, we just don't know who yet. Now, one royal source is saying, quote, "It's the same old story. They cycle through staff as quickly as normal people cycle through toilet paper." This is funny. Milk lasts longer than their employees. Definitely seems that way, right? Now, this is the thing. Yes, their original mockumentary, their first project for Netflix, was a success, okay? And that was the Harry and Meghan, Hazza and Megxie mockumentary. The thing is, though, ever since, the projects that they've put out for Netflix has not set Netflix or the world on fire in any way, shape, or form. And with Netflix and the deal now coming up for renewal in a couple of months' time, Hazza and Megxie are now set to lose even more money from that deal. This is because page 6 are reporting that Netflix is now prioritising first look deals rather than overall exclusive contracts, which is what Hazza and Megxie are on at the moment. Now, this could mean that if Hazza and Megxie somehow re-sign with Netflix, yeah, they could actually lose a lot of money there, and they would be earning significantly less than the original deal that they're currently on. Now, page 6 is saying, yes, this could prove a major headache for Hazza and Megxie, who spend like essentially they're billionaires, but they're actually millionaires, right? They've got an annual security bill believed to be around $2 million. If you remember, a couple of years ago, I reported on it. There was this French program, Harry and Meghan Royal Business. French investigators, journalists, they went to LA, they went to Montecito, and they found out that maintenance costs at Montecito alone, you're still talking an additional 2 to 3 million. Then you've got the 2 million on top for security. Then you've got the millions in terms of their lifestyle, well, Meg's is anyway, with the clothes and the shoes and the accessories and all that malarkey. Like I say, in my opinion, conspiracy theory or whatever, they're spending like they're billionaires when they're actually millionaires. And here, page 6 is also revealing that they splashed out $14.65 million on their home at Montecito Royale. Deeds show they took out a $9.5 million mortgage to be paid back plus interest by the year 2050, indicating that they put down $5 million deposit, and they also have to pay a huge yearly property tax of $288,000. So as the expenses continue to go out at such extraordinary, immense amounts, their earning power each and every month becomes less and less and less. Well, they're also told that Hazza and Megxie have to pay for a portion of their fake foreign tours, their fake royal tours in Nigeria and Colombia. Now, here we've got royal commentator Richard Fillion saying the following on GB News. Here we go.
Anyone, Richard, who said, I saw that new Harry and Meghan podcast, videocast, programme, film, whatever it is. So I don't know, somebody's watching it less than they thought would watch these sort of things. Have you been able to watch any of them or listen to any of them?
Well, I've listened to the podcasts, and I noticed, for example, Meghan is always pushing positivity. They're very often to successful businesswomen, or she's talking about the way she believes she succeeded in her life and so forth. I notice, however, that the positivity is such that it's relentless. But on the other hand, of course, one has to bear in mind, and this may be what is behind a bit of a cloud over them, that the only person in either side of their families that they're in touch with, to my knowledge, is her mother. And also, as you know, there rumours have surfaced through Sally Bedell-Smith regarding Lady Elizabeth Anson, the Queen Elizabeth's cousin, who has lifted the lid on quite a large number, posthumously so far as she's concerned, of reports about how difficult life was for Queen Elizabeth, especially around the period of the Sussex's marriage. We hadn't known about this before.
But I'll say what, I mean, they're hardly heading for Skid Row, are they?
Oh, undoubtedly not. I think there will be some form of contract with Netflix. We don't know exactly how much, but it does look likely to be renewed. Of course, security costs, house mortgages, and of course, staff and so forth. But no, I mean, the problem, of course, is that if they do badly, the royal family may very well regret it because they may do something sensational. On the other hand, Harry's invitation to the royal family in 2027 in Birmingham, the opening of Invictus, now that will be tricky to deal with. And let's face it, the Sussexes they're absolutely ruthless too.
Okay.
Yeah. They are absolutely ruthless. We've seen how ruthless they are when it comes to their treatment to their own families, the royal family and the Markles. Whatever you think about the Markles, right, guys? Here, though, I do agree with opinionated Russian here on X at Cat's Big Opinion too, saying, I'm telling y'all, Meghan and Harry are broke. Lemonada, Spotify, Netflix have not fully compensated them because they've not provided product to compensate them. Because when they realised Meghan was not going to deliver, contract negotiations began, and I believe are in the final works. And here, what opinionated Russian isn't mentioning is her brand As Ever. And As Ever is not doing as well as Megsy would want you to believe. Just like the Netflix contract, the Lemonada contract, they're not doing as well as Megsy would want you to believe. Here we've got, Google AI, bear in mind it's Google AI here, saying, look, Meghan Markle's As Ever brand is experiencing mixed results. While some launches have seen products sell out quickly, indicating strong initial demand, there are concerns about the brand's long-term sustainability and customer satisfaction due to limited stock and potential supply issues. And even though, again, Megsy would want you to believe that As Ever is doing well, these sellouts are manufactured sellouts. We're all suspecting that, right? We're all suspecting that she's just putting up, let's say, 10 jars of her raspberry spread. And of course, then that's going to sell out like that. And then she can say, I've sold out. Well, no wonder you only put up 10 freaking jars, right? And Google AI also said the following here. In terms of, as far as I'm concerned, the reasons why Megsy is also losing money with her brand As Ever. So firstly, as I was just mentioning, the limited stock. Relying on limited stock can create a buzz, but if not communicated clearly, it can lead to frustration and negative perceptions if customers are unable to purchase any items they desire. Repeat purchases. While initial sales may be strong, the long-term success of the brand hinges on repeat purchase from customers when I can get my teeth back in. Authenticity. Some critics question the authenticity of the brand's success, suggesting that it may be overly reliant on Megsy's royal title and media attention. And then the issue of sustainability. The long-term sustainability of the brand depends on maintaining product quality and managing customer expectations regarding availability. Megsy's losing money on as ever because of all these issues that she's having with it. You can create buzz all you want, but if people don't trust you and people don't like you, then people aren't going to trust and like what you're trying to sell to them in the first place. And you're not going to get repeat purchases and repeat customers when time and time again, drop after drop, this article comes out. Because of a lack of stock for each item, yet again, she sold product that she didn't have in her inventory and has had to make a new raft of refunds to angry customers, again, losing money as a result. And this happened the first time she dropped product for as ever as well. She was selling product that wasn't in stock anymore and people were buying it, and then she had to issue a raft of refunds. Well, she's had to do it again. So you can't trust what you're buying on a website because you don't really know if it's really in stock or not. And then she's having to send refunds to everyone as a result. And this is the second time that she's done it. She's losing money as a result, and she's losing the little trust that she had with the customer base as a result. So with as ever seemingly losing money and not being the gargantuan success Megzy needs it to be, the future is not looking financially so rich for her after all, especially with the Netflix deal expiring in a couple of months' time. She's going to lose even more money then. And so no wonder, going around full circle, Hazza and Megzy are tightening their belts and having to let staff go. No wonder Page 6 is essentially reporting on this, and the sources are coming out and confirming exactly what we suspected when this was initially reported on. Because it seems, overall, that with as ever not being the financial success that she wanted, with the Netflix deal expiring in a couple of months' time, and the Lemonada deal not being the success that she wanted, it seems now that they don't have enough money anymore to pay their staff after so many professional and financial flops over the years. With that being said, if you appreciated this video and you want more, and believe me, of course, there's going to be more, you do not want to miss my next video, then make sure you subscribe to join our Alter Nerd tribe, like, share, comment down below your opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever. Do you believe that Megzy is cutting back on her staff because she's losing money on as ever her brand? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. I appreciate all your faces. And until the next time, you guys, laters.